And that's how we start the live stream. Alright, sorry. Not really, but apparently you're supposed to say sorry and anytime you do something that viewers don't understand, so it's just one of those things you have to deal with, but anyway. I'm gonna be unboxing an amazing microphone. Got the package today. Cost me my entire life savings, but it was worth it. No, it didn't. Um, it's a used mic, but they said it was operational. So let's see if they were actually telling the truth or not. But considering I live stream about every day and I'm just talking the entire stream, I figured maybe we should get a microphone. I don't really know. Anyway, sorry if I'm looking over here to the right. I'm kind of multitasking. I'm live streaming while watching a baseball game on my laptop at the same time. I will try and keep my primary attention on the camera. Jan Derek is ready for this microphone unboxing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to set it up right away or not. We will see. But if I can, I will use it in this live stream. We'll test it out on the live stream if that's possible. At least, since I already started the stream up, I assume you can probably just plug in the middle of stream and it doesn't matter. How's my day been, Jimothy? I've been awake since, 5 o'clock? So about 6 hours now. I'll be up the entire night. And it's been fine. Nothing to write home about, but honestly, these are my best type of days where there's nothing much to write home about. I don't know where the expression came from. I think the expression write home about came from like people in the military writing to their families as they're off in battle. That's just my guess. I could be completely wrong on that, but I got this amazing little black wire here. This end plugs into the phone, and then one end here's for the mic, another end is for the phone charger. Because I thought of the fact, I was like, it crossed my mind. I was like, yeah, I need a new I need any microphone because I don't have any, but I need a microphone for these live streams. And I was like, well, what if I live stream for a long time? Like my live stream I did 2 days ago went for 6 hours long. So I was like, I think my phone's gonna need charged at some point. And then if I have to charge up my phone, I'm gonna have to unplug the microphone just to charge my phone. So I was like, yeah, we might need a way of being able to charge the phone and have the mic hooked up at the same time. So it's good I thought of that. Because that could have very easily eluded me until it was actually time to use the mic. Man, guys, I've been streaming for 5 minutes and we don't still have any likes yet? Come on, this is the most amazing stream you've ever seen. But yeah, I am gonna unbox this heavyweight. Where's my head at? Mic. They did a good job packaging this. It's It's got a good layer of tape around the entire perimeter of the box. Yeah, so let's see if I can open this up with my trashy pocket knife. I've had this thing for years, and the blade is probably a bit blunt. Probably not very sharp, but you know, if I hack away at it long enough, we might be able to get somewhere. Yeah, you guys never thought you'd be seeing, probably never wanted to see me with a knife in my hands. I know it's a scary thought. Anyway, YouTube, don't freak out. It's just a pocket knife. Even if you tried to use this against another human being, I doubt it would do that much damage unless maybe you go for the major arteries or some such thing. But anyway, let's witness my trashy cutting skills. Wow, that actually cut right through. Maybe this knife is better than I thought. Oh yeah, I've got to be wary not to show you part of the package because it may or may not have my home address on it. And I don't exactly want to have a million people showing up to my door. Can we open it? Alright, well, looks like we're gonna have another layer of tape to go through. Gotta love that. Alright, so we're down to this much. Gotta go make a slight incision into the top central area of the box. This is definitely not professionally cut, but I don't know what you guys were expecting, to be honest. Oh. Alright. Anyway, you ever want to know why I use a knife? Guns are too quick. You can't savor all the little emotions. Alright. Sorry, that's from The Dark Knight, so I couldn't resist myself. Please get out of this box. What in the world? Now we have another box. This is gonna be never ending. A box within a box. More tape to cut. This is getting a little frustrating, people. I don't think we need this many layers of protection. Alright, we're finally getting somewhere. After 5 hours. Alright, we've got our little USB cord thingamajig. That will probably be helpful, assuming it hasn't corroded in the amount of time that this microphone was shipped to me from China. No, I'm just kidding. It was not shipped from China. I don't order anything from China. You literally have to wait an entire month to get it. And at that point, it's not even worth it. So, what's in the box? Oh my. Yes, we know what you're referencing with that one. What's in the box? I assume you were doing that as a reference. My goodness. Oh, I just broke it, guys. The Blue Yeti microphone is not actually blue. I'm gonna have to return this piece of crap. Let's pretend like I'm a normal YouTube person. And, oh, wow, guys. You look at this. Look at the amazing craftsmanship on this microphone. Look at these buttons that I have no idea what they're for, but I'll pretend I know. No, I actually did look up some videos on this, and so my expertise on these microphones is, you know, through the roof. Wow, we've got 3 likes on the live stream. Let's keep it up, guys. You're overwhelming me with your generosity. Alright. Yeah, there's a mute button. As far as the videos, they say that this mute button, whenever you plug it in, if it's unmuted, it will be flashing, and if it's muted, it just stays as a steady light, apparently, and it doesn't keep flashing and give you an epileptic seizure. So if I have a seizure when using this microphone, it might give me good grounds so that I can sue the microphone company and make millions of dollars. But that's probably not gonna happen, unfortunately. Did I hear anything about the Bloodborne movie? No, I have no idea what that even is. Anyway, yeah, I honestly prefer the silver color more than the other colors. Blue, I think black is usually the mic most people like, but I don't. This is false advertising, guys. It says it's a blue microphone. This is not a blue microphone. I get it, guys. It's blue Yeti, even if the microphone color is different. I'm not that dumb. It may appear that I'm that dumb, but I'm not. I'm not that dumb. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna pretend like I'm a professional YouTuber with this microphone and definitely not just a hillbilly who has no idea what he's even doing. Remind me of Mike Hunt. Interesting. Did you make sure the attic proof? It's attic proof. Oh man, I didn't check to make sure, man. If it can't work in the attic, there's no point to even have it. Uh, but yeah, guys, now I can just have this covering up my entire ugly face, and now nobody has to see my ugly face anymore. And I have something to hide behind that actually looks natural. I also found out that apparently if you have the microphone tilted backwards towards you like this, you're a complete idiot because apparently it doesn't record at the top of the microphone. It records all around the sides, but the only area it doesn't record is actually the top. So if you held it like this, it'd be pretty pointless. So apparently you're supposed to have it like at a slight angle 150 degrees Fahrenheit. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why I said Fahrenheit. Whoa. Anyway, uh, anyway, it's supposed to be like this. So you can't even see my face. So that's gonna be a problem. No, I'll just elevate the camera. That will fix that problem. Anyway, so anything else in this box? Well, we got. Oh yes, this is what I bought this for, guys. I did not actually buy it for the microphone. The microphone. I didn't buy it for the microphone. I bought it for the styrofoam. The styrofoam is just such high quality, guys. This is what I buy stuff online for, is this amazing styrofoam. They told me if I bought the microphone, it did cost me the majority of my life savings, but they told me if I got this styrofoam, you know, and then as soon as they told me I was gonna get this amazing styrofoam with it, I was like, yeah, I'll buy the mic. I mean, I don't even care about the mic, but this styrofoam, man, is just, man, I just dream about this type of stuff every night I go to sleep. Anyway, guys, aren't my live streams gonna be so much better now that we actually have some sort of mic? As long as it works, that's all I care about, because it's already gonna be 10 times better than recording into my phone microphone. Anyway, let's see here, guys. Let's figure out how we set this thingamajig up. It came with this insane instruction booklet that's like, my goodness, it's like about 100 pages. We're not doing anything with that crap. If I can't figure out how to hook this mic up by myself, I might just need to stop doing YouTube, because that would be pretty pathetic now, wouldn't it? Alright, so we hook this up into this bottom right slot here. Let me see here. That's what I was afraid of. Oh, okay. You actually can plug in headphones to the bottom, which I don't think I'll ever use that, but uh, it's something that say that your microphone has to pretend like you're high tech or something along those lines. Anyway, so I think I might actually end up needing another cord, guys, before I can set this up and use it for my live streams. I figured I might. I needed to have this splitter cord to begin with. Um, but, if you can see here, this is the thing I need to plug with. And you need a converter that plugs into that, but this is not quite big enough. Not quite. I thought that might be a possibility. I was hoping it wouldn't be, but the cord you have to buy, I think it's just a couple of bucks. So when I buy that last cord, it will be a whole contraption of cords. I'll have this cord, and it will have to plug into. What does it even plug into? I'm an idiot. No, I'm just. It will plug into this. This is for the microphone. Uh, I'll get a cord that will convert this end into this end. And then once I get that, I think they're only a couple bucks. Once I get that, it'll be a crazy contraption. Because I'll have this sticking out of my phone. This will plug into a phone charger, and this will plug into the microphone. But I just gotta get another cord that connects these. So it'll only be a couple bucks. Not exactly my entire life savings. I'll make sure the only requirement I have to get that cord is not whether or not the cord actually works or not, but whether it comes with styrofoam like this. Because if it comes with styrofoam like this, I think my life will just be complete somehow. The more styrofoam I get, the more my life just makes sense. And it's definitely not just stuff I'm gonna throw into the dumpster at the end of the day. I'm gonna cherish this styrofoam. Anyway, so yeah, that's what the silver blue Yeti looks like. I'm gonna make sure I order that cord as soon as possible because I kinda wanna make sure that the mic actually works. Because I can return it within 30 days. So I want to make sure it works within that time frame. So it's not like I'm just getting gypped out here and losing all my money. But if you want to see the features of this mic, because I kind of just said, oh, it's got buttons on it, and that's about it. You got your gain up here, how sensitive you want the mic to be, basically. And then, you've got your different patterns down here. All right, one of the patterns is where I don't know the exact names of the patterns. I haven't memorized them yet. But one of them is where the mic audio will be all around the mic, will be emitting sound all the way around. And then one of the patterns is just the sides, and then one's just the front, one just the back. So it's I think those are the four patterns, if I'm not mistaken on that. uh, and then yeah, you just got the volume button on the front, and then right there is the mute button. Which it actually the light is on the mute button regardless of whether it's muted or not. If it's muted, it will be a steady light. But if it's not muted, it will just be flashing. So amazing, right, guys? There's the microphone. Whoa, and it keeps falling down. I did hear that these Blue Yeti mics apparently they have a tendency to fall down easily, even when you tighten these screws up on the side. That's about as tight as it gets right there. That's honestly not too bad. But it definitely could be better. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully not too long. Some of my live streams, I'll be live streaming with that bad boy, and then you won't have to deal with this horrible phone quality. Will I ever get a camera? Probably not. Cameras are going to be significantly more expensive than microphones. If they're not, then it's got to be a bad camera. We be getting a camera and streaming in 4K. You know why I don't want to get an actual good camera? You want to know the real reason? It's because my face is so hideous. If we got a good camera and you got to see how disgusting my face is in 4K, that'd be horrible. So I enjoy these blurry cameras. Sean Moore joined in. Hello. One of the few people who ever watches these streams who actually follows my regular brawl videos. Amazing, guys. Never thought that was possible. Do you get your nails manicured? Yeah, you guys can definitely tell I have put an extreme amount of care into my physical appearance. So getting my nails manicured, that's just a must. Like, you just have to do it. My face is not disgusting. I mean, I was over exaggerating, but be honest with you, my face does look better when it's blurry than when it's clear. That's just a matter of fact. To be honest with you, I think that's true for most human beings. Not all of them. I honestly don't. It was just a joke. If I degrade myself, well, some things I say are pretty accurate, but it's for the fun of the stream. Comment section is hilarious. I'm sorry I haven't been paying much attention to the comment section so far. What's going on here? I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the chat. I think that's the real question. Anyway, guys, we're gonna end the live stream. That was it. My unboxing. Goodbye. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're gonna do a long, lengthy live stream. I did a 6-hour long live stream on Monday. People told me I was insane. But maybe we'll do a 7-hour one tonight. I mean, it really depends on my energy levels. Somehow I don't think that's gonna happen, but it's a great time, guys. We're all having a great time tonight, right? We're having a spectacular time. Definitely not sarcasm. Anyway, I'll stop laughing because I've been told I'm not supposed to be laughing on these YouTube live streams. I need to be serious 24/7. Everything I say that comes out of my mouth has to be 100% accurate. No, nothing I say can be sarcasm. Nothing I say is allowed to be a lie. I have to be 100% true with all my audience members, and if not, they're just gonna let me have it in the live chat. Have to look perplexed at all times. I mean, that's probably what I look like usually. Perplexed. That's a great word. I love the word perplexed. There's some other words I don't like very much, and yeah, I see those ones quite a bit in the live chat. Man, this game is horrible. I have a baseball game I'm watching on my laptop on the side, and it's not going the way I wanted it to go. Man, we're almost at 10 likes, and we're only about a half hour in this stream, guys. I'm just getting way too good at this. I need to stop laughing. Let's cut it out, son. Wouldn't it be great if I actually was a normal live streamer and I actually did something entertaining while I live stream instead of talking to the camera for 10 hours straight. Wouldn't that be so amazing, guys? Why do I not do that? Yo, actually, wait a minute here. Actually, yo, what is this hole at the bottom? That didn't sound right. Why am I laughing? Uh, this is what I have to do all the time, guys. I have to get in the habit of questioning myself why I'm laughing. Yo, they've got a lot of fine print down here on this microphone. This mic was made in China, guys. What a surprise! I would have never guessed that. Oh man, this microphone's old. It's from 2017. No wonder they got rid of the junk thing. Wow, if it's from 2017, it's at least on the outside, it's in pretty good shape. Uh, there's hardly any marks on the thing. As long as it works properly, that's all I care about. It could look like a dumpster product for all I care. As long as it works and improves the audio quality, I can't complain. But yes, guys, this is the microphone I'll be using for your ASMR sessions. All right, guys. All right, I'll stop. I'll stop picking on a huge branch of people on YouTube, even though that's kind of the appeal of my videos is making fun of other people. I know, guys, I'm a horrible person. It's a bad habit to get into, but I mean, you guys understand how it is. You guys make fun of me all the time, so we understand each other. You like to make fun of me. I like to make fun of you. All is well in the world, or whatever the heck that statement is. Anyway, I'll stop getting distracted by that microphone. It's really taking a toll on my attention here. Why am I a horrible person? I mean, if you haven't figured that out by now, you just need to watch these streams more. And yeah, you watch these streams long enough, you'll know how bad I am. It's really bad. It's There's no way to explain just how much of a horrible human being I am. The microphone's making me horrible. Yeah, this microphone is a bad influence. I love that when parents are like, you can't hang around with Billy over there. You're not allowed to hang around with Billy, our next door neighbor. He's a bad influence. He drives his dirt bike way over the speed limit. So I think we'll be all right as long as I don't run out in front of his dirt bike while he's driving over the speed limit. As long as I don't do that, I don't think there'll be too much of a problem. Do I miss Billy? Yeah, Billy is just. My life has been very empty without Billy. He was such a sweet guy, always telling me what a horrible person I am, and I really need that back in my life because I'm really having. This is almost a true statement, guys. Almost. uh, I really figured out that something's been missing in my life, and do you know what it is? I don't have enough people telling me how horrible I am. I don't have enough. It's really weird, guys. It's really weird because when I was younger, I felt like I had so many people telling me what a failure I was, my parents and, my brother and, just people I would see on a daily basis. They would constantly nail it into my head of, I'm not getting the job done here. And now that I don't have that as much, now that they've eased off on me as I've gotten older, it's kind of like I can't function anymore without it, without the constant negativity. That's why I tell you guys, we need negativity in every live stream. Oh, I'm exerting too much energy, guys. This is just way too much. We need to calm down. I'm really getting concerned about my blood pressure. We might be up to boiling level here. We believe in you. You're a good person. You'll succeed. Yeah, that's a problem. That's what everybody tells me now. They love my videos so much. They love my live stream so much. They're always telling me, we believe in you. You're such a great guy. I will watch every one of your videos, not on repeat, every day of my life. I will donate to your channel my entire life savings, and now that I have all these positive things happening, it's like I don't even know what to do with myself. I have no clue. I don't know how to function any other way than negativity. I don't know how to accept blessings in my life. People try and tell me things, people try and give me things that would make my life better, and I just can't accept it. I can't. I'd just rather wallow in my stupidity than to accept all these amazing things. uh, uh, Yes, I love that. Only you can prevent forest fires. I used to repeat that with my friends all the time. Only you can prevent forest fires. Uh, in case you guys have been living under a rock for the past 50 years plus, that would be Smokey the Bear. Smokey the Bear telling it. I should do that in my live streams. Now we'll have a slight commercial break to have Smokey the Bear tell us about how we can prevent forest fires. All right, Smokey. All right. Only you can prevent forest fires. That's it? Are you going to give us any detailed instructions of how we're not supposed to start forest fires? Nope, I'm just gonna tell you only you can prevent forest fires. Only you can prevent forest. That would be a great ASMR. Somebody whispering into the mic. Only you can prevent forest fires. uh, why would that be so amazing, guys? I have no idea, but that sounds like a great topic for a live stream one of these days. I also had a great topic that came to my mind yesterday that would be great for live streams. Having a live stream totally dedicated to talking about dreams. Because dreams, I got into it, well, it was 2 days ago, not yesterday, but there's a lot of weird things that happen in dreams, and a lot of people don't really think about it, but there's some interesting stuff we could dive into with that. Anyway, man, we've been streaming a half hour. We're 2 likes away from 10 likes. This is just way too much generosity, my people. You need to calm down. You have to calm down. If you keep hitting that like button, it's gonna overload my nervous system. I'm just gonna lose it. Yogi Bear. Yeah, old Yogi Bear. I honestly never really got into watching Yogi Bear. I had seen clips and stuff, but I don't know. Something about was just not quite up my alley. Yeah. But Smokey the Bear, that's what we're talking about. Hello, Marco0411. I hope you didn't turn off the stream just because I didn't acknowledge your presence within the first 10 seconds. I hope that's not the case, but somehow I'm guessing that's the case. It's definitely the case if YouTube's telling me the truth right now. Apparently, they're telling me only one person's watching the stream. Oh, now we're up to 3, guys. This is getting out of hand here. How's it going? Uh, it's not really going, but, you know, it's kind of like I feel like right now I'm running on a treadmill. Technically I'm moving. Technically I'm running on the treadmill, but I'm not really getting anywhere. That's a common thing I have anytime I do pretty much anything. That's usually the feeling I have. It's running on a treadmill. We're not going anywhere, but we're at least running. We're at least trying. Man, I can't believe that Marcos. He has the right. I didn't say hello to him immediately. I can't blame the guy. You should just, if I don't respond to your comment within like the first few seconds, just click off the stream. I mean, that's just unacceptable for me to be doing this type of stuff. With how long I've been streaming, I should be better at this, right? Nice hat, congrats to your team. Yeah, they did win tonight, guys. It was a wild game. I'm not really sure what happened, but it was a wild game. Oh, I've actually got a decent amount of energy right now, and most of you watch my live streams. My live streams usually go something like this. Hello, everybody. Today we'll be doing talking, doing something. I really don't know what we're gonna be doing, but we're gonna be doing it, and yeah, this is so exciting. That's how my live streams usually are. But right now, I actually feel pretty good, which I'm sure that will end in a couple hours, or maybe even sooner than that. My days are like is like my being like just being in one of my days is like a roller coaster, to be honest with you. Sometimes like I have a couple hours during the day where, I've got a decent amount of energy, then the rest of the day we're just it's all going downhill from there, and you know, it's some people have accused me of being bipolar, but we'll assume that we'll assume not guilty until proven otherwise. uh yeah, I purposely try to avoid going to the doctor as much as humanly possible. And then when I do go to the doctor, I put on an act pretending I'm a normal human being. So I'm getting pretty good at that actually. Doctors still haven't figured this one out yet. Uh, uh, running life on a hamster wheel, yeah. I don't know if you're referencing me because I have said that in past live streams. You probably just thought about that for yourself, yeah. This is how I describe life. You can describe it multiple different ways. It's just running on a hamster wheel, always trying but never really getting anywhere. Or it's like climbing up a mountain. This is one I came up with. Climbing up a mountain to where you just keep climbing, but you can't even see the top, and you just keep climbing, but you never reach the top. uh, that's how life is for most people. And honestly, I feel like most people, the only way they can function is by always having goals. Is by especially when you get to be an adult and you don't enjoy life as much as you used to, just the experience of life, and you become like you think more and you're more logical and you don't really enjoy things as much as you used to. We like to set goals. We like to set goals because it kind of keeps us sane. If we set goals and we have something to work towards, then that gives us something to pass the time by. But if you actually reach your goals and you accomplish everything you wanted to, maybe you gain financial freedom, and you never have to work another day in your life. A lot of people, they just wouldn't be able to handle it. You would think we would be because you know this is what you work toward, but a lot of people, they can't handle it. So it's pretty rough because if you don't have goals, if you don't have things you're reaching for, then you gotta actually be still and not be distracting yourself, and then you kind of realize how trashy this life actually is, and then yeah. That's why people always tell you you need to have a job at all times. You need to be working at all times. It's not necessarily because you absolutely have to survive. I mean, you pretty much do, but I mean, if you're smart with your money, you don't have to go as extreme with it. But uh, it's they don't want you to stop because if you stop, then you realize kind of how pathetic and stupid everything is. So, all right, we'll switch off of depressing mode and kick back into pretend like I'm having the greatest day of my life mode. Which to be, if I'm gonna be serious with you guys, this microphone is very nice, and I look forward to using it. Material objects don't mean much to me, but this microphone definitely hit the sweet spot, and as long as it works, that's really all I care about. It'll be great to have live streams where the audio quality isn't cutting in and out constantly, and you can't hardly understand a word I'm saying. Uh, that might help the live streams. I'm not really sure, but it might help the live stream. You like my accent. Thank you, Lemon Lime. I like your account name, Lemon Lime. That is a great name. I mean, I have seen some that I liked better in these live chats, but that's definitely not the worst I've ever seen. I can tell you that. If I would tell you the worst one I ever saw, it's not exactly repeatable on YouTube, so I'm probably not gonna say that. uh, yeah, thank you for the 8 likes, guys. We've been at 8 likes for the past 10 minutes. I enjoy when things stay the same and they never change. That's just right up my alley, guys, because you know how much I love life where everything stays the same, nothing changes, you just do the same crap every day. Right up my alley, brother. Up to 6 viewers, you guys are just killing me with kindness. Which is actually the best way if you want to press my buttons, guys, if you want to figure out how to rage bait me, just say positive stuff in the chat because I'll be honest with you, that honestly gets more under my skin than negative stuff. Or maybe if you say something that's like partially positive but has a negative connotation to it, that's a good one. We've had ones like that before. Those usually work pretty solidly. You're a creature of habit. I think humans are creatures of habit. Your audio is fine. Yeah, to you, right now, you guys, if as long as you guys didn't come off of somebody else's live stream where they actually had good audio and you just joined mine and you don't have anything to compare it to, yeah, the audio sounds fine. But when I get this bad boy hooked up, it's gonna be a lot better than just fine. No, at least let's hope so. Boy, that would be a waste of some cash. Well, honestly, it's never a waste of cash though, guys, because they gave me this awesome styrofoam to go with the mic, and it was honestly worth the $100 million that I spent just for that styrofoam. It will never get better than that. They gave me two of these. They gave me two styrofoam things, and I'll give one to my cat so my cat can have a good time tearing it apart, and then we'll have to vacuum up all the little pieces, and that will take about 2-3 hours long. And then the other one I'm gonna keep for myself and put under my pillow at night. Yeah, I mean I might end up crushing it under my pillow, but and then we'll have to clean that up under my pillow. But you know what? At least I enjoyed it for the time being. Maybe it'll be a pain to clean up, but at least I enjoyed it. uh, that's not styrofoam, bub. It's definitely styrofoam, bub. It's definitely styrofoam. Uh, how many pillows do I use? I only use one pillow. I know it's a shock. I don't understand why hotels put like a million different pillows on the beds. Like you can't even see the bed. The whole bed is just nothing but pillows. Like it's like I thought I was getting a bed here, not not just pillows, but um yeah, I don't know. It just too many pillows. They say it's for back support, but it's like I'm 20 years old. I don't need back support yet. Just give me one pillow and I'm good. I just need a pillow for my head. I don't need to put a pillow around my entire body. Put one pillow, my back, my sides, my legs. It's like at that point, just lay on the floor with like a whole bunch of pillows under you and don't even lay on the bed. Like, there's no point to even be on the bed anymore if you're just gonna be on the pillows. You thought I was older than 20. Scott, there you gotta be joking. You're on my live streams about every day. How do you not know how old I am? That's the one thing you're obligated to learn on these live streams. Everything else I say can just go through one ear and out the other, and I'm sure it does, but you need to know my age, even though it will never have any effect on your life. It will never help you out in life to know my age, but you absolutely have to know my age. It's a cross link between polystyrene and styrofoam. Is it really? He's 31. Yeah, I'm 31, guys. I pretend to be a younger than I am because they've told me people don't watch old people on YouTube. They just don't. So I gotta pretend like I'm still a youngster even when I'm clearly just using hair coloring and I'm clearly going bald. And that's definitely not a wig I've got under my hat. uh, Man, I don't think many people like the microphone, guys. I don't think they like the microphone. Maybe they just wanted me to stay with this amazing phone audio quality because I mean it just doesn't get any better than that. Just Google it. People don't realize you can Google things. If people haven't realized that by now, man, they've got some catching up to do. That mic is intimidating. Yeah, I mean, at this camera angle, it's pretty intimidating because it's nice. It covers up my entire face. Now I don't have to worry about showing my face on camera anymore, so I can just hide behind this microphone. Now, whenever I get the mic up and running, um, all you have to do is just put the camera up higher and then you put the mic and then it doesn't look so intimidating. It's just a matter of perspective. It's camera tricks. It's what do they call that? Dude, how do I not? It's I don't know. The word is escaping me. Hey, I thought it was funny though. I don't know if anybody got the reference though when I was using my pocket knife and I used it and I said, "Do you want to know why I use a knife? Guns are too quick. You can't savor all the little emotions. You know, in their last moments, people show you who they really are. So, in a way, I knew your friends better than you ever did. Would you like to know which of them were cowards?" No, it is not from Spider Man. Though it is from a superhero movie, so you're in the right ballpark. Google how to form a personality. Whoa, guys. Come on now, Scott and Jimothy. Both of you watch my live streams pretty often. I don't want you guys arguing with each other. Because I don't want to lose one of you guys because you're arguing with each other. Can't be arguing. We need to be all in perfect harmony. Guys, I need to set up this microphone right now and do some ASMR. And then you guys won't want to argue in the chat anymore. You'll be in perfect harmony. It's clear as day that you can't stand me. You always ignore me. You hate me. I just read your comments, so that's not true. I don't always ignore you. And I've read your comments before, for mouth, unless you're talking to somebody else. Talking to somebody else in the chat. Did you guys not know where that quote came from that I did with a knife? I thought for sure. I mean, I know there's only 5 people, but I thought for sure somebody get that because it's from a pretty popular movie. And what's nice about this toothpick, I just gave it away. I'm done. What am I doing? Get out of here, dummy. Oh my, I'm talking to myself whenever I say dummy. If you guys ever hear me say the word dummy, you know I'm talking to myself. I wanted to say, you know the best thing I like about this pocket knife is this random plier object that shoots out of it. What is this for? Picking like the food out between your teeth? Like, what do you even use that for? It's metal, though, so I don't think you would use that for your mouth. uh, it's like, if somebody wanted to pick something up, maybe they could just use their hands. Why you gotta use this thing? I don't know anymore. And they just threw that onto the pocket knife to just confuse people. So they just be like, "Wow, what is this?" Not even joking. Just sounds like a nightmare. Hang around. What are you talking about? Scott and Jim, guys, let's calm down. I should have known. We actually have some viewers watching the stream. The only time you guys stay in the stream is whenever there's an argument going on in the live chat. I should have known. Yes, Heath Ledger. The Joker said it in The Dark Knight. I think I'm just gonna go and go take a shower and let you guys just argue in the chat for the next 30 minutes. Maybe by the time I've come back, we'll all have calmed down. Man, I wish I had the one cord right now to get the mic to work. Then I could just, use the microphone and use my amazingly soothing voice to just bring peace and harmony. My soothing voice. Yeah, that was definitely sarcasm, folks. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, I might just go take a shower, guys. Do you promise to not get too out of hand while I'm gone? Because I don't have any moderators. And if I'm gone, then you guys can just pretty much say whatever unless YouTube stops you. Unless YouTube itself takes you out. Guys, we cannot be hating on each other in the chat. If you want somebody to hate on, I'm right in front of you guys. I mean, look at the crap quality of this live stream. I mean, what else do you need to hate on? Seriously. Why are we hating each other in the chat? I'm sorry, Chris. I don't think I'm gonna take the camera into the shower with me. I don't think that's gonna happen. Guys, calling each other dumb in the chat. Let's not be reverting back to the primal stage here, guys, calling each other dumb. Guys, I've got 5 more minutes until we hit an hour of streaming. It has not felt like this has been an hour long. Like, I felt like I just started 10 minutes ago, but do you think we'll reach 10 likes by the time this hits an hour? If I can't reach it, I'm a failure, guys, and I just need to stop streaming. His name is Dylan, yes. I forgot about that. Yeah, my name is Dylan, guys. I forgot what my own name was. Well, Jimothy, I don't think you're the one calling anybody dumb. I think they called you dumb. Thank you for getting us to 10 likes. You are now a highly appreciated member of this very, very small community. Very small community. Can I put any more emphasis on the word very? No, I cannot. Alright, I'll just give up now. Yo, it's already at 11, guys. I haven't even hit 1 hour of streaming yet, and we already hit 11 likes, guys. I'm way too good at this. You can see how amazing this stream is. Everybody is enjoying what I'm talking about so much to the point where they just decide to have a full-on argument in the live chat. That's how much they're enjoying this live stream. Like, every word out of my mouth is just, it's just amazing, guys. And everybody is just so amazed at the amount of knowledge I'm spewing out of my mouth right now. As everybody argues in the live chat. Ignore the monotone. Yes, ignore the monotone, guys. I have been told that I am monotone. Now, I don't really understand that at all, guys, and it's just I honestly am less monotone when I'm not trying than when I'm trying, and then I'm even more monotone. Weird how that works, isn't it? Guys, imagine how good my live streams would do if I didn't have a monotone voice. Can you imagine that for a second? This channel might actually be doing well. 3 years in, and man, I thought monotone voices was like what everybody liked, but apparently not. Apparently they need some ASMR in their life. You need a friend. I think most of us do, I must say. We're each year it gets harder and harder. It's never been harder to get a friend than in the year 2026. And by friend, I'm not talking about people who pretend to be your friends, but they only are with you to take advantage of you. If you get rid of those people, you'll realize how many friends you actually have. And the answer is 0. I'm not really sure why I just picked this toothpick out. Man, this is such a weird pocket knife. On one end, you have a toothpick. Which, why is that even a pocket knife? And then another end, you got a pair of pliers. And then you got like 10 different versions of a knife. And they're all blunt. Like, they couldn't cut my... Like, you know what that reminds me. You know what the most hilarious thing in life is, guys? Plastic knives. They can't cut anything. If you buy plastic knives, you're an idiot. They don't cut anything. I remember going to social events and stuff, which, yeah, I know, guys, it's been a long time since I've been to any social events. My whole life is now live streaming. But anyway, I remember going to social events, and they have they got the plastic spoon, the plastic knife, plastic fork, but the plastic knife, I literally will just take the plastic knife and just try and cut my skin with it, and it can't do it. I'm literally sawing at my skin, and it can't penetrate no matter how hard I try. At the best it can do is maybe a little paper cut. Like if you really hack away at it for a while. But plastic knives is like the biggest joke product in America. Like seriously, why do they make plastic knives? I'm not even being sarcastic. Why? There's no reason in the history of the universe to ever think that plastic knives was ever necessary. You don't plan on living until 30? If I live until 30, I honestly will be shocked. I've done enough damage to my body to where there's no reason I should live to 30. If I live to 30, I'll be shocked because the things I've done in my life does not conduce a long lifespan. It does not. But seriously, I don't. I mean, I might live to 30, but I don't see a very long future ahead, man. Be honest with you, I'm fine with it. Every young person says that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anybody my age who says that. They're like, "Oh, I'm gonna die young," and I feel like most of them are always just expecting to live until they're like 70 or 80. Honestly, most people I know, they don't expect to die young. You'll be 30 so fast your head will spin. I mean, my head is usually spinning on a daily basis, so that'll be nothing new. Oh, oh my. Oh. This is what you do, guys. If you want some tips on live streaming, when you run out of things to say, just start making random noises, and then all of your viewers will be questioning what you're doing, and they'll just love it. They'll just love it. So as soon as you run out of things to say, just, give them the old, oh, oh, and then they start questioning everything. And if they're questioning everything, then they're probably not asking the one question they should be asking, and that is, why am I even watching this live stream right now? Like, that's the one question everybody should be asking themselves right now. If you're not asking that, then I'm doing a pretty good job of distracting you right now. uh, that's what YouTube is, guys. It's a distraction from your pitiful, measly lives so that you don't realize what's really happening. Did you catch on to that? Or do I need to explain it again? Why am I here? You got it, Scott. I mean, I don't even know why I'm here. Why are any of us here? Why are any of us in this live stream? Why are any of us even alive? Why? I'm trying to figure that answer out, and I still haven't gotten a good conclusion on it yet. You're watching because you're bored? I mean, most people are bored, they do watch YouTube, so that checks out. Do you lift? Yeah, guys, you can tell I'm really pumping the irons. My veins are just, I mean, I'm amazed they haven't popped out of my skin at this point. My veins are just, they're right on the surface of my skin. People every day comment, wow, man, you must be hitting the gym 24/7. Am I right? Uh, uh, I ran out of things to say, guys. Time to make random noises. Silence is death. You cannot have silence. If you ever checked out Mr. Beast's formula for making YouTube videos, number one, you can't ever have silence during a video. Every second of the video must be nonstop talking. And his second rule, pretend we're giving money to random strangers, but we actually know who these people are. They're actually my friends. Oh, never mind. That I don't think that was right. Anyway. Oh. I have an instinct to survive. I mean, I do. It's probably just not as high as most people's instincts to survive. Uh, I kind of took that out of my system after a lengthy period of time. Chicken or eggs? Chicken. No, I know. I love misconstruing everything you guys say in the chat. I'm pretty sure somebody asked me that question before. What came first, the chicken or the egg? That's just too complicated, guys. My mind cannot wrap around that type of rocket science. Oh no, now we're telling. Yo, a guy named whose account name is Turkey is telling us chicken jokes. Why don't you tell some turkey jokes? Why didn't the turkey cross the road? uh, uh, yes, I may or may not have heard that joke already 100 times in my life, turkey. But yeah, there are definitely worse jokes. I'm having a hard time thinking what they are, but there definitely are worse jokes. Okay, if you want a worse joke, it's this live stream. All right, there's the worst joke. Or maybe that's actually like a secretly brilliant joke. Yo, somebody just had the audacity to take their like off the live stream. You know what? I would do the same thing. Well, then again, I don't think I would ever like the stream to begin with, so I don't think I would have ever been granted that opportunity. That's actually kind of funny. It's really enjoyable to go to other people's YouTube videos, and you literally, if it's a person who's a smaller creator and they don't get many likes on their videos, you can like the video, and then like they get really happy about because they don't get many likes, and then you just take your like away the next day. Wow, that's just next level disrespect. I actually don't do that, but it sounded funny, didn't it? Hamburger or cheeseburger? Wow. So basically, you're asking me whether I would rather have cheese or no cheese. That is the question. Better to live or die. All right. We'll stop with the Shakespeare for one night. Next thing I'll be talking about is the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune and tremendous odds. No, all right, I'll stop. What do you call a cow with no legs? Yes, ground beef. You already put in the answer before I could tell you, but I have heard that joke at least 100 times in my life. At least. Next thing you guys will be doing is telling me knock knock jokes on the live chat. Once we get knock knock jokes, that's when the stream has to end. There's no going back once you start the knock knock jokes. Your stream's toast. If you get knock knock jokes, man, how boring do you have to be? Yeah, I knew you were gonna put in a knock knock joke. I knew somebody was gonna do that as soon as I said it. If you guys ever wanted to know the secret to making people comment in your live chat, if you have a live stream where you're having a hard time getting people to comment, just say, if somebody comments this, I'm just gonna lose my mind and end the stream because I cannot deal with it. They'll immediately comment whatever you're talking about. It's a nice little trick. Now, to be honest with you, I was being serious. It is pretty pitiful when people start doing knock knock jokes. That's when it's maybe you need to start regretting all your life decisions and start really taking things seriously. As you guys can tell, I take everything very seriously. I'm a very serious individual. Um, I see these people out here having fun, enjoying their lives. I'm like, just stop, just stop. You really need to stop here. uh, this is just messed up. This is just flat out messed up. If we can't If we can't just take everything seriously and just stop laughing for 5 seconds, I think the world would be a better place. Would you agree with that? As I laugh, I mean, that doesn't even constitute as a laugh. That's just like a little idiotic chuckle. Uh, it's not very good. I'm working on it, guys. I'm trying to form better habits, but as you can tell, I've got a lot of bad habits, and it's gonna be a while till we can take care of all of them. But you broke your arm in 2 places. Is this another joke? You got it, bro. Baby steps. Yes, baby steps. What the classic movie, What About Bob? Starring Bill Murray. And I don't know anybody else from that movie. Yeah. I think the one guy's name was Richard Dreyfuss, I think. At least that's what my memory is telling me. I could be way off on that, but I'm probably not. I'm honestly, it's really weird, guys, but being serious, I have a really weird ability to be able to memorize people's names. Like, I just hear these people's names once, and, that's how sometimes you guys comment my live chat, and I'm like, weren't you guys in here one of my other streams and you were only in one of my other streams for about 5 minutes? And somehow I still remember. Don't ask me why my brain works that way, it just does. So I question myself all the time why I do the things I do, and I still haven't gotten a good answer back yet, but maybe sometime in the future. Don't you love, guys, how I literally am just trying to blend in with the wall in the background? Don't you love that? White hat, white shirt. uh this is camouflage, guys. I'm so ashamed of myself that I'm trying to camouflage in with the background, so I'm trying to hide myself here. Play some music for us. All right, evil, evil, evil Knievel. The problem with playing music on YouTube, there's a little thing called copyright, and even if you only use like a couple seconds of music, they'll get you. They'll get you. Um, Unless you're doing maybe a music reaction, but even then, it's risky. It's risky business. You can pretend like it's under the Fair Use Act, which it is under the Fair Use Act, but whether you'll be able to prove it or not is another question. What song, when I hear it, I absolutely have to dance to it? To be honest with you, I'm not a very emotional guy. Yeah, shocker, I know, right? My emotions do not run high. I'm pretty good at keeping my emotions in check. Probably a little bit too good because there's sometimes where I actually want to be emotional. Like, I go to a person's funeral, person I knew, I go to their funeral and I'm supposed to be emotional, and it's embarrassing because I can't even fake it. I try to be emotional, but I'm such in the habit of not using my emotions at all and just talking in this monotone voice all the time that people think I'm a very rude, horrible person. I go to these funerals and I try to show emotion. I try to cry, and it's just not possible. So, if you want me to cry, next funeral I go to, I have to like bring a pack of onions with me and just chop the onions during the funeral service. If I do that, maybe that'll work. But honestly, I need something. Maybe if somebody just like punches me in the face, that might be the secret recipe. Can I play the banjo? Yes, I can absolutely 100% play the banjo. Can I play it well? Can I play it to where somebody else would actually want to listen to me playing the banjo? No, I cannot do that, but I can play the banjo. It just won't sound very good. I've had people ask me before, can I play the piano? Yes, I can press down on the keys on the piano. So, yes, I can play the piano. Will it sound good? Will it make any sense? No, it will not, but I can play it. Guys, I'm so amazing. I can literally play every instrument. It just don't sound good. That's the problem. That's the problem I keep running into. I have teeth. I have all of my teeth. Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty rare accomplishment in today's day and age to still have all of your teeth. Guys, we've got 7 viewers and 11 likes. 7-Eleven, my favorite gas station. Shout out to my boys making the Slurpees tonight. You boys are the ones who are on the front lines of America. The gas station attendants, which aren't a thing anymore, but I wish they were because I'm so lazy. I don't even want to have to pump my gas up anymore. uh, Man, guys, the amount of likes on this stream, you're killing it. I mean, you may be killing me in the process, but you're killing it. Uh, Extra onions! Cr- I thought, angrily, a small reaction to the onions. Sorry, that was a reference nobody would understand. That was actually from a Studio C skit. If you don't know what Studio C is, look it up on YouTube. Honestly, if you don't know what Studio C is, then just you need to just wake up. No. I forget which episode. I mean, I call it episode. It was just one of their videos, but I forget which one it was from. A large reaction to the onions. uh, I don't know why that line always stuck in my head. Probably because it was so out of the ordinary, out of left field. Hey, how many pence are on the World Series trophy? Wow, this is a dude. To be honest with you, I didn't even know. Well, yeah, it's at the base of the trophy, right? I mean, they might have. Dude, I honestly don't know. I'm not that smart. I'm a fake baseball fan because I don't know how many pence are on the trophy. uh, Let's see how many pence are on this trophy. 0. They didn't feel like going into an attention on detail for that. Question for you: if a girl asks a guy out, who should pay? Just your opinion. Uh, I would say they should just pay for their own meals. I would say that no matter if the guy asks the girl out or the girl asks the guy out. In today's day and age, I think with dating, each person should just pay for their own meals. I don't think either person should pay for both. And the reason I say that is because there's a lot of people out there, uh, may possibly primarily female, who date people just to get free meals. I've heard that's a thing. Oh, it is a thing, guys. It is a thing. That's unfortunately how sad our society is as human beings. It's that we're so desperate for a free meal that we'll literally pretend like we have interest in another human being and pursuing a relationship with another human being just to get one free meal. And destroying that person in the process. You know nothing about dating. You're right. I know absolutely nothing about dating, my man. Just because you've been on this stream for 5 seconds, I'm 100% sure you know that I know nothing about dating. So, yes, you're 100% absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. All right, I'll stop imitating Chris Farley. Thank you for the laughing emojis. I highly appreciate it. Dude, anytime somebody tries to rage bait me with dating or my looks or hit the gym, bro, or any of this. It's just like, okay. You gotta do something better than that. I mean, I hardly, to be honest with you guys, the external things in life don't matter to me that much. So when people try and make fun of me for external factors, that's not who I am, so I don't care. Yes, I'm very mad right now. You see how mad I am, guys? Look at the blood vessels just popping out my forehead, guys. Oh, I'm just losing my mind because this one random person who I'll never meet a day in my life said I don't know anything about dating, which, to be honest with you, nowadays that's actually a compliment. The less you know about dating, the better. Because then you can live in delusion land and pretend like it actually accomplishes something other than a lot of wasted time, wasted energy, wasted money. Have I proved myself correctly yet? It's funny. Yeah, I love the laughing, crying emojis. Just being honest, is easily the most used emoji on any live stream. And this is facts. They need to like conduct one of those research experiments on it. But I mean, they don't even need to. I can just flat out tell you it's the most common emoji used, at least in live chats on old YouTube. Guys, I need to start making random noises. You can't have silence in any of your live streams. That's a no-no. Can't have silence in your live streams. Every second must be constant noise. Oh, we're down to 2 viewers. I'm not doing very good now, am I? This is a shame, guys. I actually have energy. Most of my live streams, I just come on here and I'm like, yeah, today we're gonna be talking about something, and I don't really know what, but I hope you guys enjoy this stream. Yeah. uh, and then we wonder why the stream's not doing so well. Oh, man. I'm a boring, useless waste of space, yet you're wasting your energy watching this waste of space. So, how much of a waste of space am I actually? When people comment stuff like that, it's clearly they're contradicting themselves. If you didn't want to watch the live stream, why are you watching it? It's like I don't even need to respond to half these amazing rage baiters. It's time to go back to Rage Baiting Academy 101. I am honestly seriously considering like offering a rage baiting class because man, these rage bears on YouTube, they say the same things all the time. It's like they only have one repertoire of rage bait comments and their brains can't think of anything else. It's like it's basically you're ugly, you don't know anything about dating. That actually I haven't seen that one as much. So good on you. You did something a little out of the ordinary. Slightly. But it's still in the same realm. And it's just like, sure, I'm ugly. I don't know anything about dating. I wish that were the case, but I wish I didn't know anything about it. But sadly, it's kind of hard to live in this life and not figure out certain things without like living under a rock, which honestly would be preferable. But that's not exactly possible. So, where's the microphone at? Guys, this is a clickbait live stream. There is no microphone. You just got clickbaited. No, it's right here. I still need one more cord until I can properly use this bad boy. But once we get to that section, we'll get it going. So, uh, yeah, I mean, I unboxed it earlier. I have been live streaming for an hour and a half now, so I wasn't gonna wait an hour and a half just to unbox it. I couldn't wait that long. Curiosity got the better of me. I was like, man, I've got to open up this package. Sorry, I don't know why I'm yelling. I'm not allowed to do that. I'm supposed to be monotone the whole time. I usually do a pretty good job of it, but sometimes I just can't control myself. How's it going, man? How's it going, Wesley? Sorry if I just pronounced your name wrong. But apparently, with this microphone, if you stream like this, you're an idiot because the top of the microphone actually doesn't emit any sound. You have to talk into the sides. So, it's a good thing I learned that before I started streaming with it and look like an idiot, apparently. I mean, it's not like it takes much effort to look like an idiot, but that would do it. That would accomplish the goal if we have not accomplished it already. Do I like olives? Why would you ask that question? I'm furious. That's the best rage bait question I've ever heard before. Awkward silence. I wish I had the cricket sound effect right there, but unfortunately, I don't have that on hand right now. People are crazy, man. Well, unfortunately, I may or may not be one of those crazy people, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I mean, what's the point of live streams where a guy just talks to a camera about literally nothing if you're not allowed to judge the guy? Watch the guy for 5 seconds and assume you know everything that ever happened in his entire life. That's what I'm talking about. Do I like pickles or pickled? Two very different things. Have I ever been to Oregon? No, I'm not that boring. Sorry to everybody in Oregon. Yo, I actually love the Oregon Ducks football team, so I don't hate everything about Oregon, but most of it. Sorry to people in Oregon. Now everybody in the live chat's gonna pretend like they're from Oregon, when I know you're clearly not, because there's no way. There's a better chance that I would have somebody watching my stream from Antarctica than to be watching from Oregon. If somebody's watching from Oregon, I just won't believe it. I mean, you could tell me about 100 times, I won't believe it. I am not willing to believe that somebody from Oregon would be watching my stream. I just not allowed. Have a good one, bro. Wesley, are you leaving already? You just got here. Show some respect. Yes, guys, I definitely deserve respect for these amazing live stream. Hey, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Please, please cut me some slack. I'm trying. I may be failing, but at least I'm trying. You have to try in order to fail. Grab a jar of olives? No, no. I will never touch a jar of olives uh, with my bare hands. Maybe if I were wearing some of those elastic gloves, maybe I give it a shot. But man, just being within a mile radius of olives, unacceptable. I literally, whenever I moved to this house, before I decided to buy the house, which I definitely bought this house by the way, uh, I made sure that Olive Garden was at least 1 mile away from the house. If it was like right next door, I would have lost my mind. Have I ever been diagnosed with being an idiot? Yes. Honestly, I didn't even need the diagnosis. We already knew that one. It's the anniversary of the Titanic sinking today. Really? That's actually kind of a cool, interesting, fun fact there. Anybody else have some fun facts for me? Fun fact, this live stream is boring as all get out. Well, come on now, that's not a fun fact. I'm here. Well, you just retracted your message, so now you're not here, or at least your message isn't here. uh, Somebody wants me to talk. Oh no, Max. Max is back. Oh no, Max is back and he's on the attack. Max and Burger. Max and Burger. Max, stop eating burgers. If you guys have seen Max before, you'll never forget him because once he starts commenting, he never stops. The problem with it is, he says the same thing about 100 times. It's more commonly known as spamming, or I've diagnosed it as a severe case of commentaria. That may or may not be a random diagnosis that I made up just for Max. Max, I've told you this before. If you actually want me to answer one of your questions, if you can go 5 minutes without spamming that same question, I will give you a serious response. Otherwise, it'll be all sarcasm. You deleted the organ guy. Thank you. Yeah, the organ guy, I can't believe the audacity to mention organ on one of my live streams. Like, if you're talking about an organ, like the instrument, I'm fine with that. But when you're talking about the state, we need to move on. uh, Hey, the good thing about Max, though, is he is helping the stream out. Honestly, I'm pretty sure YouTube doesn't care how many. YouTube doesn't check what type of comments you're getting. As long as you're getting comments, they don't care whether it's spamming or hate comments or anything. That's a true fact, guys. So if you ever start a YouTube channel and you get hate comments you don't like, just let it wash right off you because it actually does help the channel. Really weird. Don't ask me why. YouTube is weird, so I wouldn't expect anything differently. Be careful. Yeah, I do need to be careful. Max lies so much. I mean, he's just saying the same thing over again. I don't know if it's a lie or not, but you're from Florida. Are you serious? What did I say about Florida? No, I'm just kidding. No, I've got nothing wrong with Florida. I've actually been to Florida in my dreams. It was a weird place. Most places in my dreams are pretty weird. I'm not going to tell you about because it might creep you out a bit, but no, I'm actually being serious. I have been to Florida in real life, not just in my dreams. And yeah, it's basically every house has a swimming pool, and that's about all I remember. Uh, we actually went there for my junior senior trip in high school. We went there both years when I was a junior and when I was a senior, and we went to Disney one year, Universal the other. And all I really remember is waiting in line. I don't even remember riding any rides. I just remember waiting in line. That's all I remember. It's unfortunate, but well, okay. The other thing I remember, well, a couple things. I remember my one friend had a really bad day at the amusement park. One person was like, just randomly, a stranger just was like, "Hey, you need to tie your shoes, kid." And then one time he tried to jump up on the curb, and then like somebody yelled at him. Another time he was on the ride and he didn't get his seatbelt on correctly, so he was having a time of it. uh, but yeah, Florida was pretty wild. I'm pretty sure Ryan probably already left the stream. So probably me talking about Florida doesn't matter at this point, but doing a story about big time YouTubers. Well, you're on the wrong live stream if you do stories on big time YouTubers, because that is not me by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think I need to tell you that, but in case you can't read the numbers on the top of your screen. Alright, guys, just having this microphone in frame, even though it's not connected, will make people think I'm a professional YouTuber. I'm gonna run this experiment, just having this microphone off to the side, pretending like it's actually running. People will think I'm a professional. As I have my hat on all the way up here, they will think I'm a professional. Can you be a mod? Max, you're the absolute last person I would give the privilege of modding one of my live streams to. You're the last person on planet Earth that I would ever allow to to mod my live stream. That's probably not an understatement. I mean, I guess maybe there'd be less people. I understand, Max. At the end of the day, you are helping my stream regardless of your inability to stop spamming the same comment. But honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to give the privilege of modding away. Honestly, unless we get to a point where I've got like a ton of viewers, which I don't think that's ever going to happen, so I'm not too concerned about. Have I ever been to Olive Garden? What do you think, Max? Give me your opinion, Max. Dude, this thing does not stand. I mean, I knew that before I bought it, but I was still an idiot and I bought it anyway because I thought it'd be fun to have to tighten this thing up constantly. It'd be a nice little finger exercise. Tighten up these modules on the side of the mic. Anyway, guys, do you have anything you actually legitimately want to tell me other than you hate this live stream? Or is that like just not a possibility? Yes, guys, this microphone is cleared hot. I never understood that saying. Cleared hot. What does that even mean? Man, this live stream's really bombing the bed. It's sad too because I actually have energy right now. I usually don't have any energy. Guys, being serious, can we all just hit the like button right now? Like, immediately? Because this is easily the best live stream you've ever seen in your entire life. I don't know how it could be better than having a microphone that's not even actually connected. I'm just pretending to be a professional live streamer by having it in front of the camera. My credit card number is 555-6232-54968. Again, that's 543. Yeah, that's just random numbers, guys. I feel bad for whoever's credit card number is actually that. Sorry, I can't stop laughing. I'm a horrible person. Life is not meant for laughter. Life is not meant to be enjoyed. We must put our nose to the grindstone. We must take everything super seriously. Why am I laughing, guys? This is like a chronic condition I have. Maniacal laughter 24/7. It's more just like chuckling. Anyway, you guys love the new microphone that doesn't work? It's great. I love it. I love pretending like this microphone's on and people just assume I know what I'm doing. Anyway, I mean, if you watch this stream long enough, you know I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, maybe I subconsciously know what I'm doing, but consciously? Alright, this is getting really weird. Max, Can you at least calm down a little bit with the spamming? Because I do kind of feel bad for people who actually want to put something in the live chat and I can't see it. Just just space it out a little bit. I'm not gonna tell you completely stop, but because I know you can't. It's literally ingrained into your system. Invalid car info. Come on now, Chris. How did it not work? I'm sorry, Chris. I could not fund your Amazon order. I thought I gave you the right credit card number. Oh, yes. Yep. I mean, we're all on the spectrum, guys. We're all on the spectrum. It's just a matter of where are you on the spectrum. That's the real question. Um, I love that on the spectrum. Like, it just doesn't get any better than that, guys. Do I like, at this point, Max, you might as well just ask me every type of food and ask me if I like that type of food. Because we need to know. I'm pretty sure all the viewers need to know every type of food that I like. If they don't know that, they can never just enjoy my live streams without knowing those pieces of information. Have I ever been to Cleveland? I'll give you the answer to that if you don't copy and paste it. uh, there's a rattling noise going around in here. Got a rattlesnake. Got some king cobras. We got all types of snakes in this area. I myself am a snake, but just of a different kind. Anyway, I need to just go to bed at this point. I mean, what am I doing right now? Seriously, it's the number one question I ask myself on a daily basis. Most people ask themselves, what am I gonna do? I don't ask myself that question. I ask myself, what am I doing? That's the number one question. Because if you can't answer that to begin with, why are you even thinking about what you're gonna do if what you're doing right now is utterly stupid and pointless? You didn't copy, please answer. I will answer if you still haven't copied in the next 4 minutes. So if the stream gets to an hour and 46 minutes and you still haven't pasted it, I'll give you the real serious answer. No sarcasm. Definitely no uh, if somebody was watching me by every day, what would they know by now? That is a very good question. That's probably the best live chat question I've seen in this entire stream, to be honest with you, because that's a valid question. Because honestly, I'm always joking around and I'm just such a serious guy. It's very easy to figure out what I'm being serious about and what I'm just totally lying about. uh, what would they know about me? If you watch enough of my live streams, you would probably know what state in the United States I live in. You would probably know how old I am. That might be it. And you would know that I like to be sarcastic a lot. Whether I like to or not, it's just kind of my nature. At least it's become that way. And you would know that you can't take these streams very seriously if you can figure that out to begin with. Do I sing? Yes, I can sing. Now, does it sound very good? That's another question. Uh, such a great singer, guys. Can you imagine me singing? Like, seriously. Seriously, let's all step back and try to imagine me singing. Because I can't even imagine. I mean, the only reason I can't imagine is because it's me. It's me, it's Ernest T. I guarantee you nobody knows what that came from. But anyway, Oh, let's end the stream. You're in Montreal. My goodness. Don't you wish the Expos were still a team? Health. Health. I wish I had good health. Unfortunately, that has evaded me my entire life. My eyeballs tell the whole story. I love when people say that. This dude's eyeballs tell the whole story. Because, like, half the time I'm just staring off into the abyss. I've got that distant, far away look where I can't focus on anything. Oh no, Max. You're about 30 seconds away from me asking you the question, answering the question. But you just couldn't help yourself now, could you? You just had to spam the same question. Sounds like I'm from the South. You know Ernest T? Ernest T. Bass? Tell me what it's from. And don't Google it. Everybody's gonna go off and Google it and pretend like they knew the whole time. You gotta be kidding me, right? We know your tricks. Do I like the Blue Jays? Do you think this A on this hat stands for Blue Jays? I know you can't see the A. But, I mean, you should at least know this isn't a Blue Jays hat because they haven't won the World Series in... I can't even think it's been that long. I think it was the early 90s. It should have been last year, but they forgot how to run the bases. And they look like little leaguers trying to run the bases for the first time that entire series. And it killed me. It killed me. Yeah, I'm not wrong. Those dudes. It was the worst exhibition of base running I've ever seen. No sarcasm. I think they had a base running mistake every game. There was Barger in game 6, ending the game, caught second base. Obviously, game 7, Kiner Falefa easily scored on that ground ball with the bases loaded. But he was basically doing what little leaguers do. He hardly got off the base. It's like, they don't pick you off at third base. That, like, never happens. Like, tell me the last time you saw a guy get picked off at third base. And the pitcher's not going to risk it with the bases loaded because then if he throws the ball away, the tying run scores. So, I mean, those guys just don't have any brains at all. And then I remember there was one where George Springer was, like, stealing a base in the one game and then he, like, stopped halfway because he thought like it was fouled off or something, and then he got caught because he just stopped running. It's like I've never seen this except in Little League, and then well, they don't even let you steal the bases in Little League, but unless you actually take the base and take it home with you, then you're stealing the base. Sorry, that was horrible. And then Bo Bichette, I'm pretty sure, made some base running mistakes. Plus, he made one, I think, where he got caught at first base. Maybe he got picked off. I don't remember. I don't remember what game it was. I think it was the game that went 18 innings. And then, dude, what was I gonna say? I don't remember, but I think that's enough examples for the time being. Do I like cheese? What American does not like cheese? Sound like my boss out from Alabama. How do you know I'm not your boss? I could be wearing a disguise right now. Andy Griffith, thank you. Man, I didn't think I'd ever meet anybody on one of these live streams who had ever watched Andy Griffith. Guys, we hit 10 viewers. That was the first time we cracked double digits in this 2-hour long live stream. Oh, man, that was fun while it lasted. Anyway, man, I'm surprised you guys kept watching while I was talking about baseball, because that can be a very depressing subject. Unless you like the Dodgers, then it's not a very depressing subject. Well, let's just pretend like this microphone's running right now when it's clearly not. All right, guys. Welcome to your everyday podcast. My name is Sasquatch. I just recently came out of the backwoods, and this stream's gonna be pretty wild, and you can take my word on that. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I just like to find any excuse to say the word Sasquatch. Any excuse I can find to say that word. That, to be honest with you, I think that's my number one favorite word ever made. Sasquatch. Not even joking. I don't know that I like any word better than that word. It's just so great. It just gives me chills up and down my spine every time I say Dr. Sasquatch. Sasquatch. I like to slur it too. I like to slur it. Filibuster. Yeah, that's not a bad word, but I don't think it's even in the same league as Sasquatch. Do I watch any teams besides the Braves in the regular season? Well, obviously, or else I wouldn't have watched any games the entire last season because the Braves weren't worth watching last year. Whenever you got Nick Allen as your starting shortstop, you know you're gonna have a rough season. All right, I don't know what we were thinking, but anyway, the guy couldn't hit a home run even if they set the ball on a tee for him. Actually, it's pretty hard to hit a home run off of a tee. I was just using that as an example. But anyway, yeah, I do watch other teams. I just obviously don't watch them as much as the Braves because I enjoy misery. No, if I enjoyed misery, I'd just watch the Rockies, man. If anybody's a true Rockies fan, Colorado Rockies, MLB, I pray for you every day. You have no idea. I really do want your misery to stop, but as long as you're in Colorado, you're never gonna get anybody who wants to pitch there. So you're probably never gonna be good. Though honestly, you know what's crazy is the Rockies actually they okay. I don't know why the live stream just reconnected. The Rockies actually made the playoffs in 2018. I think that was the last time. Um, here's a piece of trivia. Can anybody name the MLB team who has not been to the playoffs for the longest amount of time? It's not the Rockies. It's not the Pirates either. Favorite word is diabolical. Yeah, I mean, that's good, but I mean, I don't think anything's gonna beat Sasquatch. The White Sox, no. I'm trying to think the last time White Sox made playoffs. I think it was 2020 COVID year. I could be wrong, but I think that was it. Do I like ice cream? I'm here. I'll just ask you a question. Name me one human being on planet Earth who does not like some form of ice cream. Like, the only way you don't like ice cream is if you just hate milk or something. Like, that's all I can think. The Cardinals, no. They were in the playoffs. 2022 was the last time. 2022, maybe. They got knocked out in the wild card series against the Phillies. I do remember that because they lost because they made some really bad defensive plays. Really bad. Anyway, no, not the Cardinals. Cardinals used to make the playoffs all the time in the 2010s, but their reign of terror ended. Guys, you remember You remember back when the Giants were the best team in the MLB? They won the World Series 2010, 2012, and 2014. Now I'm like, now that's 2026, I'm like, how did that ever happen? Like, I can't even believe that happened. Blue Jays, they were literally just in the playoffs last year. We'll have to do a little better than that. Seattle, yeah, they were in the playoffs last year. Are we talking about the same sport right now? Have you ever had spaghetti? That's a tough question. What do we define as spaghetti? Real questions. Oh, you thought World Series? Blue Jays were in the World Series last year. I'm confused. I'm confused. uh, 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 Noodles with butter. We need to get even more specific than that. If you know what I'm saying. Alright, I'll stop. We're being a little bit disgusting. Yes, I do have some spaghetti. Give me your mailing address and I'll mail you spaghetti. I'm sure it won't go bad in the process of being shipped. You guys still can't figure out who the team is? You know what? I don't know either. No, I'm just kidding. I do know. It's the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. You know the last time they made the playoffs was when Mike Trout was a rookie, his first year. Ever since, they never made the playoffs. I think it was back in 2012. It was either there or 2013. I think it was 2012, though. That was the last time the Angels made playoffs. So there you go. About the colors and sounds you hear. Do you suffer from schizophrenia? You felt stupid after the Blue Jays guess. I mean, we're all stupid whether we feel like it or not. So, don't beat yourself up too badly. But honestly, who am I to talk? I'm always making fun of myself. Uh, Man, we're down to one viewer. People did not like the fact that I exposed the Angels for being a crummy MLB team. It's even more pitiful because they're literally from Los Angeles, so their payroll is pretty high. But problem is they threw all their money away on injury prone Mike Trout and Anthony Rendon, who didn't want to play, and Albert Pujols, who couldn't stop eating the beefcakes. That was the problem. So they did not spend their money wisely. It's not that they didn't have plenty of money; they did. It's just they didn't spend it properly. uh, what's one thing I understand now that my past self wouldn't believe? I mean, the number one thing that comes to mind, I don't really want to talk about on YouTube. And you can guess what that is. Uh, Here, I'll just say that the number one thing I cannot believe is how babies were created. All right, we'll keep it PG. That's as far as we're going. Um, I don't think I learned that until I was like 13 or 14. So yeah, I didn't figure that out until I was like a teen. My parents kept that as a well-guarded secret. Not gonna lie though, I literally threw up when I first heard that. I literally threw up that night. Still remember it. Traumatizing experience. One of the worst experiences I've ever had, actually. Guys, just bear with me a minute here. I know the lighting's horrible, but I had to get up and stretch. Would I rather sell hot dogs or foam fingers at ball games? Probably foam fingers because they wouldn't be as messy as hot dogs. Though the nice thing about having hot dogs is, though, maybe you get to eat the leftovers. So I don't know. Do I own this house by myself? Do I live alone? Wow. Very personal questions here. I don't know if I can answer. I'm just kidding. Uh, no, I don't own this house. I'm not as old as I may appear. I don't rent it out either. It's not my house. I mean, I call it my house because I live here, but I ain't paying the bills, thank goodness. Alright, guys. I'm having a hard time breathing. That might be a problem. That might be a problem. Guys, it's been 2 hours and we got 14 likes. I can't believe that 14 people were fooled into hitting the like button. Even though I streamed for 2 hours, still didn't think that was gonna happen. Phone battery at 40%. You gotta be kidding me. There we go, down to 13 likes. We're heading in the right direction now, boys. Do I like Gatorade? You know the answer to that. I'll give you the answer if you can keep yourself from spamming it 10 times. Hot dog vendors carry mustard dispenser. At all the Blue Jays stadium, they don't have them. Interesting. Well, I've never been to the Blue Jays stadium. So I wouldn't have ever known that without that comment. So I am now a smarter individual because of that comment. That's assuming I'll actually remember that after this live stream. There's a lot of things that happen in these live streams, and needless to say, I end up forgetting about them. Which is good with certain things and bad with others. Is this your plan, or did you just keep saying it because until it became your life? I'm confused what you're referring to. Are you talking to somebody else in the chat? Yeah, hot dogs. Get your hot dogs there. Gotta love that. Man, I could never do that. Can you imagine being a hot dog vendor at a game? Can you just imagine that? The horrors of what happens being a hot dog vendor. Favorite Pokemon. What is my favorite Pokemon? It's an interesting question. Probably if I put myself on a Pokemon card. No, that would definitely not be my favorite Pokemon. That'd be pretty pathetic Pokemon. Come on, what is my favorite? I should know this. I collected Pokemon when I was younger. I still have the cards and stuff. Though, and then obviously my channel's on Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and there's Pokemon characters in Brawl. I don't know. Probably that skunk Pokemon skunk tank or whatever. That was you know, I love skunks so much, you know. Sometime I'm thinking about putting my pet skunk here on the live stream as a co-host. On Tuesdays, you can get hot dogs for $1 at the stadium in Toronto. Man, I didn't think they did that. Usually, stadium food is insanely expensive. I didn't think they ever did that much of a discount. Usually it's like get a hot dog for $20. It's like, whoa. And then they don't allow you to take food into the stadium. So it's basically forcing you to either starve or buy their food. So it must be a nice thing, isn't it? Must be a nice setup to force people to have to pay for your trash. Gatorade was created by teachers at the University of Florida. Go Gators. You know, alligators are actually like probably my favorite animal. If I could ever get a pet gator, that would be great. Sorry, guys, I think I'm finally running out of energy. Man, we're actually getting some viewers now, and now, of course, I'm running out of energy. It's impossible to actually have energy and have the viewers at the same time. I'm sorry. I don't make up how this works, it just happens. Cat's name is Mittens. I feel like I've heard that as a name for cats before. You know, if I ever get another cat, we already do have multiple cats, but if we ever get any other pet, I'm gonna name it Sasquatch. I honestly have no idea why I've not named one of the animals Sasquatch, because that would just be the best name of all time. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. I feel like I need to move. I'm getting a headache. I get a headache literally every time I wake up. So I hate waking up. It's no joke. Feels like somebody shoved a bowling ball into my head every time I get out of bed. This room has bad vibes. Go outside. Well, I don't think we want to go outside right now because there's a thunderstorm. If I go outside, we might be getting electrocuted. So, I mean, it's a pretty rare possibility, but it still is a possibility nonetheless. I mean, it's kind of like the possibility of this stream getting like 100 viewers at one time. Technically, it's a possibility. Will it actually happen? Probably not. Cat's making noise. My goodness. Can we just shut up, son? Storm chasing channel. That's funny you mentioned that, Andres. There's a guy I follow on YouTube. And he was live streaming tonight, and he talked about how he wanted to be a storm chaser when he was younger. No joke. So that is crazy you mentioned that, because I don't feel like storm chasing is usually a high topic of conversation. Storm chasing would get tons of views. That'd be pretty wild, wouldn't it? I'm probably dehydrated. Yeah, I haven't been drinking my Gatorade. Oh, wait a minute. You want me to drink water? I've never even heard of that. I'm so funny, guys. Can't you tell? Supposed to laugh at those horrible jokes. Why am I laughing? Not supposed to be laughing. Down to 3 viewers, that'll be something to laugh about. Wait a minute, it's actually happening. Like hurricanes. Yeah, chasing tornadoes and hurricanes. Hurricane Sandy When was Hurricane Sandy? Hurricane Irene, Hurricane. Trying to think of all the hurricanes I've heard of. Those are the first two that came to mind. What would I get on a hot dog at a Braves game? I've never had a hot dog at a Braves game. In fact, I've never gotten any stadium food because I am a miser. I will hold on to my money at all costs because I know how hard it is to get that money to begin with. When you're as talentless and as stupid as I am, you'll understand how hard it is to get money. But why was that the funniest thing I said all stream? Why? Why can I not be funny by not having to make fun of myself? Why? Anyway, I'll stop questioning myself. Anyway, no, yeah, I've never had any staying food. I've been to a couple Braves games, but I think 2 or 3 in my life. Never got any food there. We just packed some lunch and then leave it out in the car, and then we get back to our car after the game, and then it's all melted and nasty and stuff. So that's kind of more up my alley than paying the ridiculous prices just for like a pretzel or something. Get your soft pretzel here. How much money do you have? Oh, I've got about $100. That will work. Well, wait a minute. How much does it actually cost? As much money as you have, that's how much it costs. Yeah, I figured that. You saw the Braves at Turner Field? They were taunting Barry Bonds, man. That must have been quite the experience. I mean, Turner Field, in my opinion, is kind of a lame field. I mean, I think they had, the tomahawk in the outfield. That was like the only good thing about the field I remember. To be honest with you, it was kind of lame. I much prefer their current field. But anyway, that would be pretty cool to be able to see big old Barry Bonds with his insanely huge elbow guard, forcing every pitcher have to throw him to the outside of the plate. You wonder why the guy leads baseball all time in walks. I wonder why he literally sticks his elbow out over the plate. The guy throws a strike and it ends up being a hit by pitch. Anyway, many as you want. What, as many hot dogs as I want? Chili dogs. My dad loves chili dogs. I have to tell him to stop, but he just doesn't listen to me. Not many people listen to me, by the way. They say it has something to do with my appearance or something, and it's like, we can't take you seriously. I'm just like, all right, dummies, you're going to take me seriously. I'm going to force you to take me seriously. Man, this is pathetic. This is really pathetic. I'm going back inside the house. They were saying the nastiest stuff to him. Honestly, I don't mind that. If you use steroids to make more money, he used steroids, he got bigger contracts, he made more money than what he otherwise would have. So if you use steroids, yeah, I don't feel bad for you. Yes, I always beat up and make fun of my own streams. I mean, what else can you do? When you're a random dude who YouTube doesn't make anything that YouTube likes, doesn't make any popular videos, doesn't do anything that would be popular, because just talking to a camera is, in case you guys didn't know this, just talking to a camera about random stuff is probably not the best idea for your live stream. Yet that's what I enjoy doing. So I don't know. I just got to a point where I was like, YouTube doesn't care about this channel. This channel's never gonna go anywhere. So I might as well just do whatever I want. I mean, I guess I've always kind of had that mentality even before the channel was clearly obvious it was never gonna go anywhere. But even more so now. All you can do is make fun of yourself. It's actually a good strategy for live streams. If you don't want people to rage bait you, which I kind of don't really mind it anymore. When I first started, it kind of annoyed me, but now I've gotten used to it. But if you don't want people to rage bait on your live streams, instead of hiding them, all you have to do is make fun of them, fun of yourself. So if you're making fun of yourself, them making fun of you is really not going to make much of a difference now, is it? Talking into a camera is art. I mean, yeah, you can call this art, but honestly, a lot of things are called art nowadays. It is pretty much just more like the trash in my dumpster. It's a skill. Honestly, it is a skill. It takes a lot to be able to talk for multiple hours in front of a camera to only about 5 or 6 people at max, and still be able to keep going. That is a skill. Hats off. Hats off to myself. Hats off as the flag passes by. I think that's a poem I learned in school. Don't ask me why that randomly just popped into my head. Hats off as the flag is passing by. Uh, I have a lot of control in the way I react. I don't think I would disagree with you. Self control is my one ability. So everybody tell me in the live chat, if self control is your superpower, what are you without it? I don't know why that's a thing, honestly. Sorry, I can't stop messing with his microphone. I've noticed this with my live streams, but I have a tendency, if you watch my live streams before, you'll notice this. But I have a tendency to just start playing with random objects like off to the side of the camera. It's like I don't want to focus on the camera and look at myself. I'd rather just play with random objects off to the side of the camera. Uh, Silent 9. You saw me yesterday. It would have actually been 2 days ago. I didn't stream yesterday. If you saw me yesterday, then you must have seen me in real life, and considering I was in the house all day yesterday, I'm guessing that probably didn't happen unless you're peeking through our windows. Unless you figure out where I live and you've been peeking through the windows, which might be a little bit, I don't know, creepy. Yeah, you saw me 2 days ago. A lot of people, if you guys were scrolling through your live streams 2 days ago, my live stream probably popped up at some point because I live streamed for 6 hours straight. So if you didn't see me, I don't know what to say. We went to the gym together. Oh, I forgot, guys. Man, I go to the gym every day, boys. I mean, I'm just out here grinding. You know, somehow I'm live streaming 24/7 and going to the gym. Uh, I'm just so good at multitasking. You know, my brain stays here for the live streams to keep the live streams going, and my body goes to the gym. And then I'm not really sure where I am, but I don't know. This is a little side tangent, but I'm always find it interesting how people associate who they are or who other people are by their brains and their body, their mind and their body, because that's not actually who we really are. uh, That's just because you didn't have any control over what you got for a brain and a body now, did you? I mean, you can make certain steps to make yourself smarter, make yourself more physically fit, but you're only working with what you got to begin with. So, unfortunately, I've questioned every day what I've been given, but just have to deal with it. uh, 300 bench, that's crazy. You're getting strong. Yeah, I'm definitely benching 300, guys. I'm benching I'm benching 300 pairs of socks whenever I do my laundry. Dude, I have so many socks on the laundry, it's insane. It's like I wear a pair of socks for about an hour and then I've got to go right into the next pair of socks. So at that rate, I'm pretty much wearing, like, how many ever pairs of socks a day, at least over 10. Nah. It's a joke, guys. I don't actually do that. I'm not that weird. Sorry to anybody who actually does that, and I just called you weird, but how was I supposed to know? uh, Everybody has the same intelligence potential besides special needs. I'm not sure. I can't give you a for sure answer on that. I do think people have more potential to be more intelligent, but in today's day and age, in this consumerism society, you're not meant to be smart. You go to school for 13 years learning useless facts that only clog up area in your brain so you can't actually learn actual helpful things. And you also you go to work and you're just doing the same thing all the time, so you're not really learning anything new. Uh, at least that's the way it is with most jobs, not every job. Some jobs are nice where you get to learn new things all the time, but that's not usually how it works. It's usually just rinse and repeat, do the same thing over and over again, so you get really good at it. And then you come home from your day at work and then you just consume YouTube or you watching my live streams and then you become a dumber individual. You watch my live streams, I don't think you're becoming smarter, unfortunately, but hey, at least you can say that's the way it is with most things in life. If you watch it, you become dumber, not smarter. So I'm not the only one. uh, we went to school together. I saw you in math class. I hope you didn't see me in math class, man. I was horrible at. I mean, I was good with math up until the point where we changed from numbers to letters. Once we got into algebra, my life was over. Once we switched from numbers to letters, my mind can't compute it anymore. It just doesn't work. Kids who grow up with the riches seem super smart. I don't know. I don't know if that's true either. I don't know. It's hard to say anything as an absolute certainty because there's so many variables. When was the last time you read the Old Testament? It's been a while, my man. You guys want me to give you my testament? All right, here we go. You know, guys, here's my testimony. I've really wanting to beget this off. What? I can't speak English. I really wanted to get this off my chest today. Sorry, I don't know why I love saying "get this off my chest." It's a little weird. Uh, but I really feel the need to give my testament. All right, guys, here's my testament. Okay, I was born back in 2006, and then I'm still alive in 2026. That's my testimony. Yes, round of applause, please. uh, Pitiful, I know, right? But I think that's the way it is with most people. You're born, and you continue to exist until you cease to exist. Wow, I just blew your minds. That deserves 1,000,000 likes on this stream just for that alone. Because you'll never hear that again. I guarantee you never heard that. It's actually kind of funny, though. I mean, that's super obvious, but most people don't even think about it like that. They're thinking about all these different things they do in their life. But if you just simplify, it's like you live, you die. End of story. We are born to die. Yes, that is the most true statement ever, Chris. The older I get, the more I dislike life, and the more I'm ready for death. And when you're younger, when you're a kid, you generally, not every kid. If you got abused, I assume not. But if you're a kid and you're high energy, you enjoy everything in life. Everything is new. It's gonna get old real fast. And when you're a kid, everything's new, everything's great, and you just like, why do we ever have to die? But then you get older, and you're like, it's not such a bad thing after all. Comedy, yes, this is comedy hour, guys. Am I being funny right now? Because I really don't understand. Am I? Am I? I mean, I might look funny, but that wasn't exactly what we were aiming for. uh, uh, Life is finding a reason to die for. Yeah, but the problem is no matter what you die for, you can't take it to you. You can't take it with you to the grave. So I mean, if you die for something, then at least people like respect you. But honestly, it doesn't really matter that much because like a year or two after you die, nobody's gonna care anymore except maybe your immediate family or immediate friends. Everybody else is just gonna be like, oh, that person died. Yeah, so sad. Yeah. All right, what are we having for lunch today? uh, It sounds dark, guys, but that's the way it is. And that's the way it has to be. Because if people had to care a lot every time somebody died, then we'd be having a horrible life because there's people dying every second of every day. Somebody is dying. I love when people say that. They're like, let's just stop and not do anything for the next 5 or 10 seconds. And then after 5 or 10 seconds, they're like, 10 people just died. It's like, wow, thanks. I really wanted to hear that. So, I could do a stand up comedy routine. This is no joke. I have had people who told me that before, but to be honest with you, I don't think I could do it. I don't. I know it seems like I have an endless supply of energy on these streams, but anytime I'm not live streaming, I'm basically a dead zombie. I mean, I have no energy. I try and channel all the energy I can muster into these live streams. I have an energy deficiency problem. So I don't think I'd have the energy to do stand-up comedy on a regular basis, and I probably get tired of it too, to be honest with you, because sometimes you just feel like, I don't know. I mean, I've never done stand-up comedy, but like, when I was a kid in school and stuff, a lot of the other kids thought I was hilarious, and they always wanted to be around me, which that's a shock in and of itself. But uh, they want to be around me, but at some point you're just like, do people only like me because I'm funny and that's it? Because that's not who I regularly am. Like, I'm not funny 24/7. At least I don't think so. And I'd rather have people like me for who I actually am than for who I show myself off to be or what I accomplish. You know, I think that's how you form real friendships in life. Uh, People like you for who you are, no matter what you are, and even if they don't get a lot out of you, they still care about you and they still enjoy being your friend. So, and they still want to be around you even in the bad times, in sickness or in health, forsaking all others. All right, I'll stop reciting the marriage vows. Why does that even come to my mind? I have no idea. My mind is weird. If you took a deep dive into my mind, you'd come up with some pretty scary answers. Uh, so thank goodness you can't do that. Good money, get ready. I think I do feel bad for comedians because they have to be funny all the time. They can never just be serious. I don't think I could handle that. I mean, you got probably what you guys have seen of me, you probably think I could, but if you have to always be funny even when you don't want to be, that is a very draining. It's very draining. It's it's like you have to keep up this appearance even if you don't want to. So, pretty rough, but yeah. So, I do feel bad for comedians sometimes cuz I feel like they just get typecast and always having to be funny. Wow, big shock, right? But they're like never allowed to be serious unless maybe they're by themselves. Sounds like you got some interesting stories, Tyler Bob. We're almost up to 15 likes, guys. After 2.5 hours of blood, sweat, and tears. There haven't been any blood, there haven't been any sweat, there haven't been any tears, but that's what I like to say. uh, I mean, there's plenty of blood in front of your screen right now. You just can't see it. Uh, it's underneath the skin. That's kind of funny to think about. I've thought about this weirdly. It was a weird epiphany I had the other day where I randomly thought about, how weird it is to think about your human body, like all the veins in your body, all the blood rushing through your body, all the everything. Like you just never usually think about it. It sounds stupid to say that, but yeah, I mean, you just think about your normal daily life. You don't usually ever stop to think about that. It's a pretty scary thought, to be honest, as somebody who faints at the sight of blood. I don't like to think about too. No, I don't faint at the sight of blood. Yo, I almost, this is another weird thing. I know we talk about a lot of weird things, a little surprised, but this is another weird thing. The feigning thing, people fainting. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen anybody faint before. And if I have, it was only maybe because somebody was like dehydrated or something. But in movies all the time, it's a weird movie trope. They always have somebody faint in a lot of movies. They use the fainting gag in a lot of movies, but that honestly doesn't happen very often. At least I haven't seen it happen, and I've personally never fainted before. uh, Anybody want to comment on that subject? I know it's weird, guys. I know it's out of the blue, but I'm just being serious. This is what I think about. This is what consumes my mind. uh, I'm crazy to be thinking like that. You may not be wrong. Uh, you might not be wrong. French toast. So, how does somebody look like French toast? You almost fainted once. Yo, I literally, because I almost got to a point where I thought it wasn't possible to faint. Like, I thought it was just a myth, like, it's not a real thing. Because I worked at a sawmill for over a year and 2 summers while I was in high school. And that was physically demanding job, and we were outside in the heat. And the fact that I never fainted and nobody else ever fainted, it just makes me like, if we didn't faint from this, is it even a real thing? Because you would think that would happen. How was the job? It was rough and tough. I would have kept doing it, but I hit a mental brick wall. Some of you may have hit that mental brick wall at a job where you're just like, if I do this for one more day, I'm just gonna lose my mind. I mean, I think I did already lose part of my mind because of that job, but uh, I'll never get that part of my mind back. The rational thinking human being who took life at face value and didn't question everything. I'll never get that back now. But it was really tough. If you ever worked at a sawmill, you can sympathize with me. I started working when I was 16, and we actually were hand lifting like 10 foot, 12 foot oak. If you've ever done that before, yeah, it's nothing you ever want to think about again. Because, I mean, it's fine to lift it for a little bit, but you lift that consistently for 8 hours a day, that'll take a toll on you. I actually had a shoulder injury, and I mean, I was a pitcher in baseball. I was playing baseball and working at the sawmill at the same time. And I ended up having a shoulder injury, and I honestly think it was not from the sawmill and not from baseball. Because we'd stack up the stacks of wood so high, and it gets to a point where you're actually like lifting over your head, and then, you end up straining your back, straining your shoulders. It's a rough process. uh, but thankfully, I came back the summer after. That was the first summer I was there in between ninth and 10th. What was it, ninth and no, it was 10th and 11th grade. The summer in between 10th and 11th grade. And then the summer between junior senior, then they actually gave me a hand lift I could use, so I didn't have to have to stack it all by hand, thank goodness. It's like, maybe we could have thought of this a long time ago. I'm not really sure why. Did I ever have surgery? No, I didn't. I just had to end up quitting baseball. Unfortunately, the money I make from this channel, which is I can give you let me get you the total of the money I made from the channel. Hold on a minute. Yeah, let me look here. $0.00. Unfortunately, that doesn't pay for surgery. Now, they x-rayed my shoulder, and then they pretended like there wasn't anything wrong with it because they wanted me to injure my shoulder even worse, so then they can really tally up the bill on me. But they recommended physical therapy, which it's like, dude, if I just wanted to like do basic exercises at home, I could do that, right? Why do I have to go to physical therapy? I went to physical therapy, did that for a couple weeks, and needless to say, it didn't help at all because it wasn't gonna fix the problem. There was a structural problem with my shoulder. Something broke, something strained, something. Because I went from being pitcher from my team who could throw 100 pitches in a game and not feel any pain whatsoever, throwing about 2 or 3 pitches at max level, and it felt like somebody just shoved a knife right through my shoulder blade. No joke, that's about what it feels like. It does not feel good. I don't think having a knife shoved through your shoulder usually feels good. But yeah, it's. If you guys ever wondered why my faith in humanity is very limited, that's part of the reason. It's because you can't even trust doctors or anybody. You can't trust anybody anymore. You can't trust me either. You can't trust doctors. You can't trust anybody. They're only in it for the money. They're not in it for your actual well-being. Why would they ever do that? Can you guys please tell me a funny joke in the chat? I'm getting a little bit depressed thinking about how my dreams of being a major league pitcher never happened. That would be my dream job, being a pitcher in the MLB. It's a tough job, but that would have been my dream job. But I mean, I was in the hole from the get-go. I'm only 5'8". Very few pitchers make the MLB who are that short. Yeah, most pitchers are at least 6 foot. Because it gives you good extension off the mound. Allows the, which definitely helps. Gives the batter less reaction time. Cider. Have I ever tried cider before? I mean, I've tried apple cider before. That's about as that's how limited my cider is. That's as far as it goes for me with cider. Oh. Can feel the energy leaving my body. Sad, isn't it? Nope. Only ever had apple cider. That's it. My cider is very limited. Yeah, I know. I knew it was one of those jokes where you try and make people say something else. That's what a lot of the comments in these live chats are. Guys, once we get to 3 hours on the stream, I'm probably gonna stop. I don't have as much energy now, and the stream has kind of been a total flop this whole time. Not kind of, it has been. But hey, maybe once I get that microphone set up and you can hear the real sound of my voice, you'll love it. You have no choice but to love it. Have a good night, brother. No guarantees. I mean, I'll be up the entire night, so it'll at least be a long night. Will it be a good night? That's another question. It is 2 in the morning. What am I doing? If you guys ever wondered what it looked like inside my oral cavity, you just got to see that when I just yawned right there. I love that. Instead of calling it a mouth, call it an oral cavity. That's the technical term if you want to sound smart. If anything, it's actually just kind of dumb. Try the hot dogs. Yeah. Hey guys, we'll do a live stream where I just do like a hot dog eating contest. I'll put on my best impersonation of Joey Chestnut so we can all see me down the hot dogs. And it's definitely not just going to be the most disgusting live stream you've ever seen in your life. Problem is, though, I don't think we have any hot dogs. I'd have to buy some hot dogs. If you guys donate to the channel, maybe I'll buy some hot dogs for that hot dog eating contest. Man, I'm so gassed right now. This is pathetic. Hot dog contest at the Braves Stadium. They probably do that. I have heard that they do hot dog contests at MLB stadiums. That is a thing. Is a burger two pizzas put against each other? I mean, I don't know who would eat plain cheese sandwich usually. I don't know many people eat plain cheese sandwich or plain cheese burger or a pepperoni burger or a sausage burger. Yeah, I mean that's just a sausage patty for breakfast. Be a great stream. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, this is not one of those channels where you can just manifest things into existence by saying things. So even though you say be a great stream, unfortunately, just speaking it doesn't allow it to be spoken into existence. Trust me, I've tried it before. It doesn't work. I've tried everything other than actually doing an entertaining live stream. Other than that, I've tried everything. I'm speaking really slow right now. Is this actually the way you speak? Yes, it is. Guys, you don't know how slow actual speaking can be until I do that. Dip fries into a chocolate milkshake. Yeah, that is I think most people would raise their eyebrows on that one. I'm not sure about that, guys. Sounds a little weird. Your father spoke like that before he was diagnosed. What was he diagnosed with? Slow speech disorder? Slow speech disorder, guys. That's my diagnosis. Brain cancer. Okay, now I'm getting really concerned. Now, don't worry, I've spoken like this my entire life. Well, that's not true. When I was a kid, I actually talked pretty fast. But I've spoken like this for like the past 6, 7 years. So if I've had brain cancer for that long and still survived, that's pretty amazing when you think. Now, Wendy's fries dipped into a Frosty. What? I mean, how about just use like barbecue sauce or ketchup or something that most normal humans use? What combination? Oh man. The combination, it's a lethal combination. This may be my last live stream, my man. It's a lethal combination. Melissa, I'm pretty sure you were on one of my other streams. Your actual name is Ella, right? See, I told you guys, I randomly remember people's names. Like, that's like the one thing I can remember. Really weird because that's the one thing most people can't remember. uh, Take care, man. You gotta go. Turning off this live stream is not an option. Once you turn on this live stream, you're just I put you under my spell, and then you just don't remember how to turn off the live stream. I put you into a state of a hypnotic episode, hypnosis, and after you get under my spell, it's just impossible to turn the stream off. So that's not even an option. Yeah, I knew it was Ella. See, guys, I told you I randomly remember people's names, and I think Ella was only in here in like one of my live streams, and I still remember. It may or may not have to do with the fact that I only get about 5 or 6 people watching the stream, so it's usually pretty easy to remember. Now, I have had streams that have done better than this, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Sorry, I'm not gonna start singing because that'd be a surefire way to get people to turn off the stream. If you ever want a surefire way to get people to turn off a YouTube stream, just get me on one of your live streams and just have me start singing. I mean, I don't know, maybe people would watch just because it's so hilariously horrible. Because sometimes things can be so bad they're actually good. Maybe that's what my singing would be. Wow, guys, I think this is the longest period of time we've gone without somebody putting a comment in the live chat. About 30 seconds. Which that actually is a bit of a long time for most live streams. It doesn't sound long, but actually, it's long. You're having a sleepover tonight, man, you're lucky. Oh, I miss the days of having sleepovers with friends. Then again, I miss the days of having friends, so kind of miss that even more than the sleepover. That's a joke, guys. I have friends, definitely. I have friends. You see what a charismatic guy I am in my monotone voice. I have plenty of friends. Don't you question me. Man, those were the days, being a kid, having sleepovers with friends. Little did I know that that was going to be the best that life had to offer me, and it wasn't ever going to get any better after that point. Boy, if I had known that. uh, you're leaving. You just got here. Your friend can wait. Your friend doesn't need to. Your friend can wait. No, till the live streams are. No, it's all right. I'm probably ending this stream in like the next 7 minutes exactly. You can always just keep the stream running in the background, even when you're not watching. It really knocks my watch hours up. Really gets it going. Anyway, sorry, I'll stop giving you a hard time if you want to leave. Unfortunately, as much as I pretend like I can stop people from leaving, I kind of don't have any power over the situation. So, amazing, right, guys? You actually thought I could keep people from leaving. The best fry sauce. Your state is famous for sauce for fries. That's insane. That is really insane. Oh, man. This is a joke. This is a complete joke. I can't breathe anymore. I'm so tired. I'm so tired I can't even breathe. It's all right, guys. I just want to make it to the 3 hour mark. I don't care. The stream is toast. I tried. I tried, but as I said at the beginning of the live stream, life is like running on a hamster wheel. You're trying, you're running, but you're never actually getting anywhere. Or it's like running on a treadmill. Or it's like climbing up a mountain. You just have to keep climbing. You've come so far, you might as well keep climbing, but you don't know when you're going to reach the top. You don't know if you're ever going to reach the top. Amazing analogies, right, guys? I'm so smart. You have to attempt to return to a normal sleep schedule. I hear you out. I think you guys can tell from the erraticness of the times that I live stream at. If you've been watching multiple of my live streams, I don't have a set sleep schedule. My sleep schedule changes all the time. Sometimes I'm awake all night. Sometimes I'm sleeping during the night. My sleep schedule basically progresses an hour forward about every day. So. Shh, listen. What am I supposed to be listening to? You guys actually trying to say something smart? Gotta be smart, guys. Excellent life advice. You gotta be smart, guys. Sorry for the shaky camera. I just thought I would try and revisit the Bourne movies. Gotta get the shaky camera going. But anyway, guys, don't worry, I am gonna get that microphone up and running. We will get the audio quality better for future live streams. The camera quality will still be crap, but I honestly prefer it to be crap. Because buying a high-tech camera is not exactly an option. Listen, Linda. Yeah, that's a great saying. Listen, Linda. 3 more minutes until 3 hours. 3 hours of my life I'll never get back. Oh, and I'll be right back here tomorrow live stream. I probably will live stream tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. It'll be a little bit until I can get that mic working. After I end this stream, I'm going to order the cord I need for the mic. And then we can see if the thing works. I need to do that immediately, make sure it works, because if the mic doesn't work, I need to be able to return it within the first 30 days. So gotta figure that one out. 2 more minutes. I honestly don't know why I stretch these live streams out. Like, I reach a point where I know I should just stop the live stream, but instead I just keep going even though I don't have any energy left. Probably in a few hours from now, I'll probably get my energy back, because I'm not going to go to sleep for another 5, 6 hours at least. So it's not like I'm going to bed anytime soon, but I mean, when you stream and talk for a couple hours, it'll take the wind out of your sails. Shrimp, crab, pasta, and orange juice. Excellent. Sounds like quite the buffet menu right there. I honestly thought I was doing pretty good at the beginning of the live stream. I had a lot of energy. I thought we were getting somewhere, but you never know with YouTube. You never know. You can try your best. Sometimes it's just not good enough. I love to say that. Any chance I can to say sometimes you try your best and it's just not good enough, I'll say it. I'll say that and Sasquatch as much as humanly possible. All right, guys, we're down to our last 40 seconds. Are there any last words you need to tell me before I end this live stream? I know I'm just opening myself up for people to say something ridiculous. Stop rocking, bro. I'm sorry. I love to rock. I rock. Wow, that's horrible. uh, I'm making you dizzy. Dude, you clearly have never watched the Bourne franchise. Because if you get dizzy from this, you're gonna have a seizure from that. Anyway, it's been 3 hours, guys. Amazing. I don't think I'm gonna have any cornbread or honestly anything with cinnamon. I don't like cinnamon. Cinnamon is just not something my taste buds like, so no. But anyway, goodbye people. I'll be live streaming again tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. Oh yeah, YouTube. Dude, I swear YouTube is listening to me. They literally bumped this up to 7 viewers just to try and get me to keep streaming for them. YouTube, I'm gonna stop. I love that. I say I'm about to end, and then YouTube actually starts promoting the live stream to people. You could have done that like 2 hours ago, maybe. Anyway, I am ending it. No matter how many people you show this to, YouTube, how do you like that? You'll get another chance to make good with me. Because this won't be the last live stream unless I die in my sleep tonight, which I doubt that's going to happen. Anyway, I'm going to stop laughing. If you guys want to check out the channel, I would highly recommend not doing so. It's a pretty horrible channel where a lot of horrible videos and a lot of horrible live streams take place. Not worth your time. Really don't know why you're watching right now. Goodbye.